Miles, a fantastic win last time out. What pleased you most about that performance?
Probably the fact that the team came through the difficult conditions that was presented to us on the day. Obviously, it was a fixture that had some size in it due to the quarter-final of the Cup and wanting to progress through to the semis, and then also obviously playing a Wigan team as well. So before going into the game, there was some weight to the fixture, but then during the game, Wigan made it as difficult as they could for us before even kicking off. But the girls just rose to that, and they played the football, and they just got a professional job done. Wasn't the prettiest of performances, but it was tough conditions, and again it was just getting the job done and getting into the semi-final and knocking them out, which was obviously we want to win every game, and that's what we did. So that was the most pleasing thing.
I know there's been games where you've won by a bigger margin, but that was more of a tighter game. It must be nice to see that your team can find a way of winning when the games are tighter. Yeah,
absolutely. A few people said around the club, Monday morning, they said that they was worried at half time when it was still 0-0. Because they've not seen that often, but we're going to get that. We're not going to go into every game and steamroll it and win by big margins. And you want to play teams that give you a competitive challenge. You want to play teams that you find tough and make you work for it. And Wigan certainly did that. And within those games, it teaches you a lot. The team had to stay together and had to stay focused for longer before the first goal came. And thankfully, Jess managed to get it for us, and then we went from there.
And it's a massive positive as well, isn't it? That there's no complacency creeping in. No matter how many games we're on a winning roll, it's got to be on to the next one, and the same mentality every game.
Yeah, the team know that. I think they're sick of me reminding them of that every week. We have to just take one game at a time. We've done that right from the very first game of the season. And it's got us to this position so far, which gives us a chance in and around, potentially doing some good stuff this year. But also there's a chance that we might not. If we start to get ahead of ourselves, if we start to lose sight of what we're aiming to do, if we start to get too complacent, as you say. So we just have to take each game at a time and try and win that one game, and then focus on the one that's coming after that.
And that next one is in the league at the weekend against Morecambe. What are you expecting from that one?
Morecambe are a team that can provide us, a challenge in the way that they do. They try to put passes together and play football, but at the same time they can be direct and in behind as well. They have a few different systems from what we've seen, so we'll have to be prepared for what they play on the day. But as I say, we're a team that we have our way of playing. It's got us to this position so far, and of course every game we make adjustments and modifications for each different team that we play. But the overall identity for us remains the same up to now, and we'll do that this Sunday.
And there'll be a few teams that you will have played more than once, but Morecambe are a team that you haven't come up against yet, so a new challenge for you to take on. Yeah,
I always prefer playing teams that we've played because you have a bit more insight, but with these, obviously, we've not played them, and we have them at home first, which is obviously a massive advantage for us. We get to be back in front of our fans, which is huge for us. We haven't been at Collieries for a while now, and had the 500 plus faces that we get on a home match day, so we're really looking forward to that. I know Morecambe have made a few changes recently. I think they've had a change in management this season already, so we have to be aware of all those things. But like always, we've prepared this week and preparations are going well. The team are focused on the game, focused on getting the right thing done, and we have a few players that are out. We're not at full strength, but we believe more in the players that are willing to step up and ready to step up. It's tough competition for places, and when somebody does get injured and is not available, it means there's an opportunity for somebody else, and it's a chance for those players to show now why they should be in the team.
You touched on it there a bit. Obviously, it was a bit of a physical game last time out. How are we coping with that, and what's the personnel like going into the weekend?
Yeah, as I said, we're not at full strength by any means. We have a few people that'll be out for the game. We've got a few players that are getting close to return that have been out long term, but not quite ready just yet. And there'll be a few players that need 90 minutes, and therefore we'll go and get 90 minutes in the reserve game that's playing on Sunday as well. So we believe in the team that we've got. We've put together a draft 11, and obviously we have a few more days of preparations, and obviously things can change. But yeah, like I said, it's an opportunity for players to step up that may not have got as many minutes as they want this season, to go out there and show us and cement their place in the team.
Just talk to us briefly, what is that challenge like for you as the man in charge? Obviously, the team are going so well, and you've got players that be wanting to play more, you've got players come back from injury. How do you manage that situation?
I mean, it's a good headache to have. I've only mentioned to a player today that we had a meeting with that, look, it's hard to change a team that's winning. It's hard to change a team that's scoring lots of goals coming right throughout the team, not conceding many goals. And we said it in the dressing room before the Wigan game. You know, it's been a fairly consistent 16 now for the past 4 or 5 games or so. And it's because, you know, those 16 have been giving everything they can for that shirt and for the badge. And it's not that the others won't or wouldn't. You know, I don't think that, but it's hard to pull out a player that's giving everything week in, week out on a match day, getting results, winning games, scoring goals, not conceding many. But at the same time, as I said, football's a funny game. Injuries happen, players move on. You know, players are moving on from us at the moment, and it's an opportunity for those players that haven't had as many minutes to step up. And we've got a good group. There's competition in every places, and if somebody's not quite on it in training or for a match day, then somebody's ready to take that place, and that's how it should be.
And just finally, you touched on it there before. It'd be nice to see people and bodies back in the ground supporting you, because, like you say, you had a bit of a break over Christmas and then a few games where you didn't have to support us in. So, be a great boost for you and the girls, wasn't it?
Yeah, listen, they're desperate to play in front of the fans. The fans all season have really took this women's team into this club with open arms, and they've been incredible. And the support from the 500 plus that we get at every home game, the support that those can't make it's been incredible. So we're really grateful for that, and you always want to play in front of your home fans, so we're looking forward to getting back in front of them on Sunday.